Hello everyone, Blue Star Saber here. Hang on in a sec, I forgot to install my mic into this. Sorry about that. And hello everyone, Blue Star Saber here once again to do another manga review of One Piece. This time, chapter 1017, The Order, which is in which Tama finally gives out the orders that we've been waiting to hear for the last few weeks. And anyway, before we get into that, the cover chapter begins of Buggy, apparently solving a puzzle. Having his body being solved by a chimpanzee, as his body has become a puzzle and all that stuff. So yeah, a little creative thing with Buggy there. But yeah, as he's covered with all these Betsy cubes and spears and all that stuff. Anyway, the chapter follows off from last time where Tama was just speaking to the audience, and with many onlookers going on, what's with why is she here and all that stuff, with Queen just shouting at her, and she sort of passes out of like sort of being like a nervous and all that stuff, with Usopp and Nami rushing to her. Anyway, we cut to Jinbe's fight scene, Jinbe's and Frankie's fight scene, as we see all of the who's who and who's who subordinates and other beast pirates for the attacking Jinbe and Frankie in their respective fights, as due to the fact that the battle did start with 30,000 against 5,000, and the Straw Hat side are vastly outnumbered, so all the lackeys are coming, assisting like their leaders and all that stuff against the Straw Hats, which is very much kind of like a video game thing in which if you don't take out the lackeys quickly, the big boss will come to get you. So yeah. And it's the same case with against Jack. With Dogtooth against Jack and all that stuff, as we see him getting support so well from the Beast Pirates attacking him as well. This is a war zone. The Beast Pirates aren't playing around and all that stuff, but yeah. We also get some of the Beast Pirates and commenting about how some of the pleasures and waiters on the performance floor switch sides and that stuff. And they call them a bunch of jokers or traitors and all that stuff. So the small users come rushing to deal with them, as we see. That small user that has the monkey has that gorilla body around as our arms and all that stuff. Let me just find Beast Pirates. Beast Pirates and it's just loading up the page. Sorry about this. Let's see. So yeah, they're starting to attack the traitorous waiters and all that. So all the traitors who switch sides. So yeah. Okay, her name is Mirasika. Yeah, Mirasika. That's currently the Beast. The Beast Pirates. That's currently one that's currently attacking some of the members who betrayed their crew and all that stuff. Haven't seen cuts back to Usopp and Nami telling Otama that she can do it, as she seems to have regained consciousness, or maybe she didn't really faint, or just got a bit nervous and started having a bit of stage fright. But anyway, she starts announcing to all the small users that ate her dumplings, with people commenting on why she's yelling, with I think Queen asking why is no one just knocking her out of the Valkyrie. She commands them to change sides and fight for Luffy and Momonosuke. We get to a panel of Straw Hat getting the water pumped out of him by Law's pirate crew, and Momosuke crying about Kimimon with Shinobu confirming that he did survive Kaido's attack, saying they got a hit. She continues her speech saying, "You gotta help us and beat Kaido." And then we get like Speed commenting about the order given, and then Briscoe, the guy with the gorilla fist. I mean, there's two gorilla users. There's Mikasa, there's Miss Sakura that has the gorilla body surrounding her, and then there's Boruska that has a gorilla fist. Let's see, with Queen Anger, let's see, ordering someone to pound the little kid and asking whatever she's talking about. And then suddenly, as let's see, someone like Briscoe has like heard the command, he starts attacking his former allies. It's saying how Witty Tama, who's now his master, saying her wish is his command. As many of the beast pirates start to notice, the gifters are starting to act strange and starting attacking. Let's see, as they're starting to obey Hotama, with like even Dafagu also joining in, which is confusing in. Jack's confused of what's going on, as the gifters are starting to attack the beast pirates around him, making it easier for Dogtooth to fight him, with Samurai commenting about it, why they're fighting each other. And then you got that crazy giraffe, Hamlet. Let's see, attacking beast pirates. And you also have Poker assisting Jinbei by attacking Who's crew. As the announcers are starting to comment on the Smile pilots switching sides, with like Who's confused about the behavior, as more floors are being attacked by Smile users against the beast pirates, and you see briefly the CP0 agent, the main one. Listening to one of the announcers going on. The host that they have at the moment going on saying how it's very strange about the gifters rampaging on the third floor, as you just see chaos all over. Smile users are starting to attack beast pirates, and Queen start with Nami and Usopp celebrating. Congratulating Altama for turning the tide of the battle with their plan and all that stuff. And Queen immediately noticed that it's her doing that. She's the reason why all of the gifters and Smile users are suddenly turned on them and starts trying to attack her. With Usopp and Nami trying to get them out of the way, but Sanji strikes Queen, and he ends with Queen commenting about how he's Judge's son, and Sanji, of course, furious that he's being he hears his father's name and being compared to his son. And then he starts asking Queen if he is part of that research team or something. With Queen going "You mean Mads? That was ages ago." He comments about how he's a cyborg and is coming straight at him, as he turns into his half-breed form, in which you have him it looks very similar to his Witty original form, but still have a shorter, long dinosaur neck with claws coming out of his tail, his left arm, and the tying to his head at the back, giving him with his right arm holding a sword, giving him three clawed hands. In many ways, these claw hands kind of remind me of Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man. With the beast pirates, commenting about Queen's man-beast form, and they're terrified to keep the distance. So as Sanji continues his fight with him, no, before that he comments on Chopper about how things over there, as we revealed that as Chopper and the two Minx doctors are trying to recover Zoro. And it's revealed that apparently they have this special medicine at Zoro that can let's see, ultra generate like the effects and heal someone up very quickly, but apparently it's only a temporary return, and you suffer twice as much damage later. As we reveal that Chopper has, let's see, due to his side effects of the rubber ball, has become what is called as a baby geezer, in which he seems to have reverted either to a baby or a very old reindeer kind of thing. I'm not really sure. I guess I just have to wait and see the anime make it clear a bit more. But however, so as I'm concerned about the side effects, as long as he's only about to fight now. And the scene cuts to where Quitzy with back to Jinbei versus Who's Who as he pulls out a knife. Let's see, but who realizes that he needs to seriously fight now, given the Smile users are now attacking his allies. So he uses a move called Blade Pistol with the knife, and Jinbei counters with his Fisherman Karate. And then with Who's using a kick, and Jinbei blocks. Let's see, and Jinbei realizes that this is the moves that Who's are using are the 6 powers fighting abilities that the world government's agents from CP9 use. And he comments about how he once heard a rumor about a member of the CP9 escaped from jail. But and it seems to figure out that this person must be Who's Who, even though he finds the idea of a CP9 agent being in jail. With Who's Who changing into his now hybrid form of the Sabretooth, commenting how he seems to can't believe that Jinbei remembers that, but yes, it's him, confirming it's him. But they never really met. Though he's not entirely too fussed about it, as he's happy with his current situation. But he still comments how he went through hell because of that one single little mistake he did 12 years ago. As he comments how he used to be regarded of having as much potential as Rob Lucci. So this CP9 agent was probably as strong as Rob Lucci was, maybe even stronger, at least during the pre-time skip. Who knows what Rob Lucci's strength is right now, as he now attacks with a sort of fang pistol as a way. I think he's snapping his jaws, and a new saber teeth-like attack comes out, and but Jinbei dodges. However, we can see how devastating the attack is as it destroys his support beam. With Jinbei commenting how he's never really seen the 6 powers before, and he has really nothing against him. And even pities his foe. However, Who's Who says that. Let's see where Jinbei's wrong, since he's the helmsman of the Straw Hat crew, very proudly. The mention of that namesake, Quitzy, brings back bad memories for him. As it revealed that the reason he was, locked up 12 years ago is because he failed, to stop a devil fruit from being stolen from a government ship. And then 2 years later, when Straw Hat Luffy appeared, he was shocked to learn that Luffy has eaten the very fruit that he was supposed to protect. The Gum fruit was stolen from that ship, and the chapter ends on the cliffhanger of that revelation. First of all, I like the buggy cover. It's fun and all that stuff, so there's that. Let's see, hold on. So yeah, I like the buggy cover. It's a fun, creative little it's like a fun little creative cover that Oda's done. Granted, I'm a bit surprised that he hasn't done another from the Decks of the World, from another like mini adventure cover page arc that he usually is done for. We haven't gotten one in a while, but who knows? Perhaps Oda's planning something. He always does. But anyway, I do like how Tama is at first nervous to give out the orders, and it doesn't help that Queen is in the way, in which he tells her to badmouth her, and she kind of passes out. Though it's interesting to learn that, unlike Sugar, when Tama passes out, the effects of the devil fruit don't disappear. Though, granted, I assume that if Tama was perhaps severely injured or very knocked out or maybe even killed, perhaps the Smile users under her control will lose the effects, but who knows? We have yet to wait and see. However, I like the fact that, let's see, to show the stakes of the, let's see, show the seriousness of the situation for the Straw Hats, is that on the battlefield, let's see, the Straw Hats and the Nine Scabbards are having solo fights against members of the Beast Pirates of the Flying Six and All Stars, particularly Who's Who, Sasaki. I think that's the name of the Beast. Hold on, let me just get the name of the Topiropo. Oh yeah, Sasaki. Let's see, who's fighting Frankie, and Jinbei who's fighting Who's Who, and Dogtooth who's fighting Jack. Let's see, they're being surrounded by all the subordinates who are also assisting their like generals and commanders, if you will. So yeah, even though let's see, so it's like even though it should be a one-on-one fight, you've got subordinates coming in to aid them and all that stuff. So it's like, and with the Beast Pirates going a comment that this is a war. If they have the numbers to overwhelm their opponents, they will do it, and they will take advantage of that, as Jack comments and all that stuff. Jimbo realized this and all that stuff because of like the 5,000 against 3,000. They were always going to be outnumbered. The whole point of this Ritzy surprise raid attack was to put them off guard, but it's now starting to see that, let's see, the Beast Pirates are starting to get their act together. They're starting to outnumber like the forces, who are now outnumbered, at least currently, nearly 3 to 1 and all that stuff. So there's that. It also kind of reminds me of like the video game strategy where let's see, usually you need to take out the underlings before fighting the main boss. Otherwise, it's just going to take longer, and you just keep getting damage from all the lackeys and all that stuff. While you're just focusing on the boss. So it's like you need to take out the lackeys and all that stuff. Anyway, I like we finally get confirmation that members of the Beast Pirates have, let's see, found out that okay, all the ones from like the, let's see, performance floor that are pleasures and waiters have switched sides, and they consider them traitors. Though granted, I find it very interesting the fact that they do not seem to know the details of why they betrayed with Queen, because of Queen's ice plague thing, and I'm wondering if that bit of information will come out, in which makes more of the members of the Beast Pirates turn on like Kaido and all that stuff, but we have yet to see. But meanwhile,
I hope you will enjoy the following ranking. Please let us know your favorite in the comments.
Sorry about that. There was an ad that was starting to play, and I didn't want to have it played because of like for copyright reasons. But anyway, I like how you're starting to get the Smile users attacking. Let's see, the Straw Hats allies, both the samurai and the traitors and that stuff, and you can see the damage and all that stuff. So yeah, it's very severe. So the stakes are starting being raised. So when finally Tama starts to make her speech and finally gives the command for the Smile users to change sides, you realize just how important it is to get these Smile users as they start turning on the Beast Pirates. And it's very funny with the way some of these members, some of these Smile users that we have seen throughout the chapters, because I'm not sure why, but from what I understand, not every One Piece fan was fond of just seeing all these silly, ridiculous Smile users, and now we're finally seeing why Oda introduced all these lots, so we get a glimpse of what of these Smile users suddenly then turning on the Beast Pirates, and that they're assisting Straw Hat allies, and that they now turn the tide in their favor as they're now helping the Straw Hats in their individual fights by taking on the lackeys, while the main, let's see, Straw Hats and Samurai take on the big top and commanding officers. And it's very funny just seeing how the Beast Pirates are so confused about what's going on. I also like that we get a nice brief panel of Luffy and Momonosuke confirmed to be still alive and well, with Luffy getting some, let's see, treatment from the Law Pirates, so they're trying to pump out the seawater in a very funny, unconscious Luffy way. We still see that Momonosuke is still upset over the death of Kinemon, but we know that he's alive. So, yeah, that's nice to see. But I do like how Queen immediately figures out that yes, that it's Otama that's behind the Smile users' sudden betrayal as they're starting attacking their own crewmates and all that stuff. As now, the Beast Pirates have probably have like a few hundred less Devil Fruit users and all that stuff. I do like that, and we get that one panel of the CP9 CPO agent from who's been commentating on the battlefield, now learning of this the sudden turn for the Minx Samurai Ninja Pirate Alliance. Sorry, I know it's the wrong way to pronounce it, but yeah. As Chaos is completely taking over on Mishima Ogigashima for the Beast Pirates. Oh, I do like that Sanji still makes Queen focus on him and Ritzy. And we finally get some comment on the fact that yes, Queen was actually a part of Judge's like science group with Figurepunk, and the organization of this group is called MADS, which we finally get a name for it. So I'm not sure if MADS is similar to like what happened with the Rocks Pirates or not, but and there's like this lead scientist called MADS or something, but who knows? But either way, or MADS could just be an acronym for some sort of like mad scientist thing or something. But yeah, either way, we get to see as Sanji's fight with Queen continues. We get to see, Queen's hybrid form, and I kind of dig it. I mean, granted, I'm not sure about the neck, per se, for the Queen's Bronchosaurus Devil Fruit, I think it is. But yeah, but I do like the mechanical arms, as they, like I said earlier, they remind me of like the Dr. Octopus thing, and though granted, maybe not an exact thing, though I wouldn't be surprised if this is where Oda's gotten the idea from. But yeah, I liked how it's with the arm and the tail, but also with the lock of hair, in a ponytail kind of thing. I was a bit surprised by that, but heck, I'm all welcome for it. And yeah, Queen has confirmed that he is a cyborg here. So yeah, Sanji's fighting a four-armed, dinosaur. Hybrid dinosaur cyborg. I mean, that's a mouthful of a sentence. So yeah, I like the fact that they continue the fight. One thing that does concern me of this chapter is the Minx's apparently medicine in which, can speed up someone's recovery, but it's only temporary, and in return they suffer twice the amount of damage. This might end up being a bit of a plot device, since, well, or could end up being One Piece's new sensu beam, in which you just eat one and you instantly recover. Though granted, there is going to be side effects from it, and Zoro's going to eat this apparently medicine so he can join back in the fight and all that stuff. Though granted, knowing Zoro, he probably won't suffer any actual suffering damages until after the fight is done. Though I could be wrong, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But it's confirmed that Zoro is returning to the fight. Now, who he's going to be fighting, I do not know. Maybe he will return to help Luffy assist in his fight against Kaido. Or maybe he goes up against King, though currently Marco's fighting him. Or this could be a wild guess fear of mine, but it could be possible that the Beast Mom Pirates return for towards the end of Act 3 or maybe Act 4, and Zoro takes all of Big Mom's pirate crews by themselves and takes on like Smoothie and Dakafu and all that stuff, which would be pretty badass moment for Zoro, but I could be wrong. But who knows? But also, anyway, we finally start to see, but speaking of side effects, we finally get to see Chopper going to a sort of baby geezer, so I can't tell if Chopper's just become a baby or a tiny old man, reindeer, but either way, it's kind of like he looks cute with it, so it's like, just continuing with Chopper being the cute mascot for this, so that's nice. As he's now as big as the size of his helmet. Anyway, I like how we finally get to see the Who's Who versus Jinbei fight. So unfortunately, it seems we missed the part of the fight where Who's Who is in his Sabretooth form, so it's only we're just getting an appearance of the Sabretooth, not actually seeing him fight in it, but oh well, but we do see him. You start to use some blade and kick attacks, and yet and it's been confirmed that Who's Who was once part of CP9, and even like Rob Lucci Senior, that could have skills who rivaled that. And all that stuff, and heck, with his hybrid Sabretooth form, it definitely looks like it matches very well with like the CP9's, let's see, hybrid forms of like what you got with Rob Lucci, Jabber, I think, and Kakafu when they turned into like, let's see, a leopard, giraffe, or let's see, wolf. So yeah. So yeah, I do like the design on that stuff, and yeah. It is interesting to learn that he was a CP9 agent, but due to one failure 12 years ago, he was sent to prison, and it's revealed that this mistake was the fact that he was actually guarding Luffy's devil fruit, the Gum Gum fruit, and the fact that the world government found this mistake to be so severe that they locked him up in prison until he seemed to have escaped a few years back. Now, I'm not sure if that means he was an Imperial down during at the time, but or maybe he was in some other prison, but either way, he's escaped from jail and he joined the Beast Pirates. Granted, he seems to be fine with it, but he's clearly still holding a grudge, and clearly has a grudge against the Straw Hats because Luffy ate the fruit that ruined his prospering career with the world government. Because if he didn't lose that devil fruit, he might have been with the CP9 by the time that the Straw Hats were there in us lobby, which would have been probably really bad news for Luffy, because it seems like he would have been dealing with two Rob Luccis, and it's like one was probably bad enough for him at the time. We'll see if there was two. He'd probably lose that fight, but yeah. But yeah, this definitely gives a bit of hype to like Who's Who, as he's like, let's see, Rob Lucci level for CP9 agents, though granted, I have no idea if Rob Lucci is now stronger than him in post-time skip. I assume he is, since he's now, let's see, in Cypher Pulse 0. I do like how, let's see, Jinbei is able to figure out, okay, let's see who's who and all that stuff, but comments that he doesn't really have any personal grudge, but yeah. So yeah. But now it seems like we're finally getting some, let's see, answers to like the mystery behind Luffy's devil fruit and where Shanks got it. At least he seems to, at very least, stole it from the world government, or at the very least, stole it from the guys who stole from the world government. But yeah, but one thing that now leads to like a question is like, why was this devil fruit considered so important for the world government to protect? Because as far as I think the whole gag about Luffy's Gum Gum fruit is the fact that it's got such a ridiculous ability that none of his foes took him really all that seriously, and that's what usually leads to their downfall. But it is only like through Luffy's sheer effort and hard work that he's managed to use the Gum Gum fruit to its full effect of being a creative fighting thing and doing all those creative fighting attacks that we've seen. But now but now it seems like this devil fruit is perhaps maybe a lot more powerful than we realized. Let's see, but yeah, but who knows? We're probably going to get a little bit of if I had to guess, we may get a little flashback to when the devil fruit was stolen, but yeah. But I think it's very clear that the next fight that's going to be the focus on is Jinbei versus Who's Who, who's now in his like Sabretooth hybrid form, which I'm really liking. The muscular upper body, the very bulky neck, and the claws and all that stuff. But yeah, it's very similar to it looks very similar to Rob Lucci's like a leopard form, though a bit more Sabretooth, if you will. Overall, I will give this chapter a 9 out of 10 due to the fact that we finally got payoff for Tama's, let's see, role in the battlefield, and how let's see and build up with like her friendship with Luffy, and the fact her abilities have been building up to control Smile users, and finally she's taken control of those Smile users, and they are now and it's now helped them turn the tide in this battle, helping the Straw Hat allies as they deal with their the Flying Six and the All Stars and all that stuff that they're fighting. We get to see not only Queen's hybrid form, but we also see Who's Who. And we get a bit of history with and we get like the history of Queen, of who's who, and Queen, in which, let's see, Queen was confirmed to, yep, he was associated with Judge, and we feel the name of the organization they were together, which was called MADS. And for who's who, we learned that he was actually a CP9 agent rather than a pirate crew captain and all that stuff, though. He might have still been a pirate crew captain, but then escaped and then got recruited to Beast Pirate, so he might have, so yeah. So there's all that stuff. With the only thing that has me worried about is, let's see, this recovery mechanism from Zoro being a future plot device for future fights, but either way, it's implying that Zoro's getting back in the fight at least, though it does seem to have some sort of, let's see, repercussions later, but we have yet to see them. Overall, I also like Chopper's like little side effects for his thing, being very tiny baby reindeer kind of thing. So yeah, overall, I'm excited for this chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one, in which I am hoping it's going to be either flashback of the Gum Gum fruit or just that and a mix of who's who versus Jinbei, because I really like to see Jinbei fight and all that stuff. So there. But who knows? It could also go between Jinbei and Quitzy fighting who's who and Sanji versus Queen. But overall, I'm liking these one-on fights finally starting to happen. I'm Blue Star Saber, signing off. Goodbye, everyone.